My first windmill that I made, my heart was just pounding with excitement. It was just, the thrill of watching something going round so fast that you can hardly see it. And then you've got these things that are sparks. You know, you get the two wires and you hold them together. You know, it's making sparks. I just can't believe it. It was just so exciting. My first windmills were from a bicycle wheel with a bicycle dynamo. That was so exciting. Yeah, so there's lots of very interesting devices that I've been experimenting and exploring with, and also some robotics. I've designed a new form of robotics that is quite revolutionary, and I've been working on this for about 15 years. And it's called Brixels. You know what a pixel is? Okay. These are Brixels. Brixels is a word that I've coined. Imagine a cube. Take a cube that's, let's say, 6 inches in diameter, and put various motor mechanisms inside and a radio receiver. Now imagine that a computer has off one of its USB ports controls the radio transmitter. Computer then can control the cube's motors. Now imagine if there were 100 of these cubes. The computer can control the cubes to slide across each other. So you end up with one. So if I'm holding a cube here with another cube here, the motors can go. So if you had 100 of these cubes, they could slide into forming any shape. Imagine this now. Automatic Lego. Do you know what Lego is? Well, now imagine if these cubes could move across each other and were controlled by a computer. Now the computer can construct a house, a tower, a bridge, a car, or construct anything. And that's why they're called Brixels, brick pixels, because these cubes can then be made very small. To start with, they're made about 6 inches, and we do have some working examples. Imagine them now at the scale of 1 millimeter. Now, a cube consists of 6 faces, is a silicon chip. You can already buy chips with motors on them. This is then a Brixel. I make mine out of Perspex. And on the face of each Brixel are 3 lights, red, green, and blue. And that RGB, that is a pixel. So each face is also an actual pixel. This general purpose robotics, much more important than a robotic arm that can move and pick things up, that can form any shape at all. This is much more important in a way than software. This is hardware. And these Brixels, they lock together when they're not in motion. When they're not in moving, each face has 4 pins that come out as locket to the adjoining Brixel. So they unlock, then they move, then they relock. It's a very, very solid structure. It's fascinating, isn't it? With 50,000 Brixels, those Brixels can then make all the other Brixels. This is the most versatile equipment imaginable. Okay, the research is complete. It's almost the end of the physical material world as we know it, because you could be sitting on your chair, but your chair could turn into a picture, a television set, and your chair could turn into the Beatles singing "She Loves You, yeah, yeah, yeah." Well, the thing to understand is that, for example, you know, it was only just about 100 years ago that the Wright brothers made the first aeroplanes. And now we have so many spaceships, and we've got cars on other planets. We've got cars on Mars, little buggies that are all solar controlled. This is in 100 years. Brixels, yes, it is true to say that Brixels are still at the Wright brothers stage. But it doesn't take long, really. So I think that the important thing to understand here is not to get too excited, perhaps, about Brixels, but just the general idea that life can be fun, and it's worthwhile exploring and experimenting and enjoying life, and not just earn a living and watch television and go to bed and that was it. Well, I think that's the thing, is just to encourage people to to recognise that life can be a lot of fun.